Hi,
Hey,
it's time to get disconnected.
Nailed it.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to get disconnected. I'm one of your hosts, EvilSNAVE, alongside
Dayne182.
and this is a weekly podcast with new episodes every Monday where we talk about all things video games, movies, TV, and whatever else is happening in this crazy world. So hope you enjoy.
Yeah.
And what a big week it's been, Dane.
It has.
It's been a massive week, not only in the zeitgeist, but we've had a pretty big week. We can now listen to us on YouTunes, which was the original...
YouTunes. That's a new
YouTunes.
one. We created it,
Yep.
and it's awesome.
You can listen to it on YouTunes. No, we were first... Shut up. It's like I just said, it's been a big week. Initially, you could listen to us on YouTube, and that's all fine. But now we are on iTunes as well, so give it up for us. So that you can now listen to us on two places, and sorry to Android users, but we will be getting it up sometime in the near future. Just throwing things out there and testing it, see how everything works, and just trying to make everything nice and like a toiga. Yes,
Easy to use.
Easy to use.
It took us ages to try and figure out how to get it on iTunes.
It did, so just please bear with us, it is coming. But yeah, enough about us. Like I said, it's been a huge week. Where to start?
Well, I've got some news that is very dear to my heart.
Please proceed.
Earlier this week, like 2 days ago, there were reports from, Ain't It Cool News, that a screenshot from the new Batman vs Superman teaser, which is apparently attached to the Jupiter Ascending movie, coming out on February 6th, a little screenshot was taken that Batman v Superman has been split into two movies.
Yeah, I saw, I think, a post late last night about that.
Apparently, part one is called Enter the Night, and it comes out 2015 on the 10th. No. Oh, fucking America.
America.
October 23rd.
Hang on, let's just pause for a second. Why? America is the only country that does that, right?
I think so.
What's the point of putting the month before the date? Are you walking around for 31 days saying, what fucking month is it? I know what day it is, but what the hell is the month?
I get confused. I was filling out a thing last night for downloading the Pokemon trading card game online.
Yeah, I downloaded that.
Yeah, it's so cool. I started to play a little bit of it, but I can't. It's confusing me. But I had to enter in my birthday and did the year and then the month, and I was like, I'm getting confused. How old am I?
If it's over 12, then I know. If it's over 12 in one category, then I know I can break it down from there. But seriously.
But I had to fill it out myself. I couldn't go down a list. So I had to do it out, and they're like, it's not correct. I was like, oh, what?
And then sometimes you don't know if you have to put like a 0 in the month as well. So annoying. But anyway, yes, back to Batman.
Yeah, so the first one, part one, Enter the Night, comes out October 23rd, 2015. And then part two, Dawn of Justice, which is what it was originally supposed to be, 25th of the 3rd, 2016. March.
Interesting. So they're not waiting years in between, which is good. But still, that it was broken up into two movies to begin with. This is they've just raised their own stakes. This has got to be both of them have to be an absolute blockbuster. Otherwise, this is not going to end well.
It'd be interesting. I'm kind of, if this is true, turns out to be true, I'm glad they're doing it, because I was pissed off when they pushed back Batman into Superman into 2016 from 2015 originally.
Yeah.
And the website who did it said this is a good thing because it gives Batfleck something of an intro movie to kind of set him up before he starts fighting Superman.
Only the illusion of an intro movie. It's still the one movie.
Yeah.
To be fair. But I get what they're saying.
It paces it out a bit so it doesn't feel like it's all condensed into one thing. Like that's what a lot of people's worry was about it. Like it was just going to be too much into one movie trying to set up this broader universe. But if they split it into two, it gives it a bit more pacing. They can do a little bit more into it. And I think it's a good idea. And because it's not going to be a whole year until the next one comes out, like the Hunger Games.
That definitely works in their favour.
Yeah, so that's the news I got.
Yeah, I don't. It's all good. I don't really. Yeah, like we're getting something this year, so that's something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. All eyes are going to be on this, and even more now that it's broken up into two. People are going to be if it's good, it's going to be one of the best movies ever. If it's bad, oh my god, I hate to have anything to do with that.
Yeah, I was excited because I Am Legend, that movie with Will Smith.
Yep.
There was if you're watching it, there's a sign which says Batman and Superman, like world's finest, in it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, teased for 2009 or something. Yeah, there was a teaser for it.
So is that the same people that are doing?
Sony, not Sony, Warner Brothers did it. So yeah,
okay, right.
like
yeah.
it was
It
was just a little teaser type of thing, like a little Easter egg in there. I think there was a Teen Titans, like cardboard cutout in the video store that he was in as well.
That's some ballsy move to do, especially in movies where it's so fickle. Things can get dropped and cut within an instant, or split into two movies.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like when they do that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's pretty risky.
Oh yeah. Oh, should be good if it's true. I hope it is.
Yeah. Well, we should keep an eye out for that. Well, as we learned last week, I'm Batman. But
yeah.
But moving on to more, I guess, superhero news. Daredevil, the TV series, will be on Netflix.
Yep. That was announced a while ago.
But I mean, they've actually got a... Did they release a date for it?
I think so. I haven't looked it up.
But it's also going to be, like, canon. It's going to be...
in the Marvel Universe.
In the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah, they did... they've got a couple of them. Agent Carter, which... I don't think it's part of the S.H.I.E.L.D. universe more, like the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Agent Carter. But they did the Netflix ones is like Daredevil, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and something else.
Yeah, I was looking at it last night, but I can't
remember. Yeah, something else. But they're going to be in the movie universe. I think there's going to be like a mini-series, like 12 episodes each, stuff like that. Yeah.
Also, just on the fly, did you see something about that... I think... it's been a while since I watched Game of Thrones, but Cersei playing like a young Jean Grey in something?
Not Cersei, Sansa.
Yeah, that's it, Sansa.
Yeah, she's probably going to be Jean Grey in the X-Men Apocalypse.
Ooh. I think I like that.
Yeah, I do too.
I like her. So.
Yeah, she's good.
Yeah, she is good. Yeah. So that's going to be good. But also with Netflix, they're cracking down on users... people that use a proxy server from outside of the country to access the vast library that Netflix has.
Now, for those of us who don't understand what all this proxy server stuff is, explain this to me, I mean us.
Well, obviously, as I mentioned at the top of the show with YouTunes, I'm not that quite technologically advanced. But basically, it's just you... send your signal to a server, and it tricks another server into
thinking you're from a different country.
Location.
Basically, how if you go onto YouTube, it says this video is not available in your country. If you have that proxy server, it'll say, "Hey, guess what? You are in our country. Enjoy."
Normally, people in Germany have that. I don't know. Anyway, So, I mean, the people in Germany normally get blocked, not use VPN services. But yeah, I actually use a VPN service and have Netflix. And this is, I noticed it started messing up, I don't know, probably a little bit before Christmas. I just thought that sometimes the thing that I use has a little bit of trouble anyway, so I just thought it was acting up. But yeah, and then all these stories started coming out. And what I don't get is, you're not able to access it from your country by default. But even when you do through a proxy server, you still have to pay for it. It's not like you are downloading all this stuff for free and you're somehow cheating the system. You're still giving them
money. You're giving them money.
Yeah, I don't see what the big deal is.
It's because now Australia is getting Netflix.
Yes.
And
March.
So and it's going to be
account ride till then.
Yeah, but it's going to be in Australia. It's going to cost us an arm and a leg to do it. We're probably not going to have as many shows on there, so they're cracking down on that so they can get more money from Australian people. I don't know, probably the rest of the world, but a lot of the other countries have Netflix already. Like, I think England's got it,
Yep.
Canada's got it,
Yep, good old Canadians.
and Australia is dead in the water.
We're one of the bigger countries in terms of contributions to things.
Yeah.
We get screwed so much.
We created the black box in
did.
planes. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Bit of trivia right there for you.
Yep. Right, take that down. I don't know what that means. But yeah, we get screwed on release dates. We get screwed on prices for digital entertainment.
Yeah.
We just keep getting screwed. We have one of the shittiest internet infrastructures in the world. There's third world countries that have better internet than us. I don't know when is it going to be our time, Dan?
Never. We're just going to be stuck in the Stone Ages.
March.
March. Yeah, we get Netflix. But chances are we probably won't be able to download shit because our internet will be slow. They'll cap it.
Oh, yeah, the doors. We're going to get screwed.
Yeah. Oh, just to go on the pricing of digital stuff, my girlfriend was looking up. She got a new 3DS, one of the new 3DSs with little touchpad. Yeah. She was going to download the Ocarina of Time on it. $70-something, $40 in store.
What the hell?
And she could just plug it in, like put it in, play it. She doesn't have to worry about downloading. $70 on the Nintendo store for Australia. Now that is bullshit. That is bullshit.
Super bullshit.
And she got a cool little code so she can get her points so she can get a necklace or something from Nintendo store.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's ridiculous. It is. It's fucking bullshit.
Screwed.
I'm sick and tired of it. I'm going to start a little band and sing about how I hate it.
I'm sure that'll
put it up on YouTunes.
Yes. Straight on it'll be a #1 hit on the YouTunes.
Don't steal our YouTunes out here.
No.
Jerks.
I don't know what exactly it's going to be apart from just the name. But yeah, so when will we stop getting screwed? Stop getting screwed.
Never.
That doesn't make sense. Moving on.
Good, moving on. I don't know. I don't know too much else what's going on in the world right now.
Okay. What about a new Tony Hawk Pro Skater has been announced?
Has it been announced?
It has been announced.
Ooh!
I'll bring up the story right now.
Tony Hawk?
Yeah, I'm so stoked about this news. Okay, Tony Hawk game confirmed for a PlayStation 4 release in 2015, but it is also coming to Xbox One. And possibly even the Wii U.
Oh, the Wii U does need some
like how they're
third parties. Yeah, like, it might come to the Wii U, maybe. I don't know.
It's not coming. Skateboarding legend Tony Hawk and Activision are finally teaming up together again for a mainline Tony Hawk game 7 years after the last release.
What was the last one? Was it Ride with the peripheral?
No, I think there was another one after. Like maybe it was Proving Grounds or something like that. I don't think they're classifying the
HD remake
as a
it was 7 because that wasn't 7 years ago. That was like 3-4 years ago. Maybe?
Yeah, and it was actually pretty good too. I enjoyed that. This is from Techno Buffalo. If you want to go and look this up, the story. We've heard teasers about its existence for quite some time, but Sony officially confirmed during its CES presentation that the game will get a PlayStation 4 release in 2015.
Okay.
No word on peripherals or pricing plan.
Yeah. Hopefully there's no peripherals.
Yeah, we don't need peripherals.
Nope. No, we do not.
We don't need Kinect support, and we don't need PlayStation Eye support. Whatever it is, camera.
Nope. We don't need it. Get rid of it.
So yeah, it's apparently they don't. Sorry about that. They don't know if it's going to be on Frostbite 3 or CryEngine 3.
Ooh, Cry would be pretty good.
Yeah, I think that would be pretty good. But yeah, I don't know how this will be well received. The Tony Hawk games kind of was on a very big decline, and then they tried to save it with the HD remake. And there was a lot of mess around with that. I think if I remember correctly, it got pushed back. Yeah. And then...
Did it come out in like 2 parts or something?
Yeah, I was about to say it had like a very staggered release. So I don't know how this is going to be... I'm stoked for it, but I don't know how the actual sales will go.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, because it declined after Skate came out. As soon as Skate came out, it changed the way people thought about skateboarding games.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I don't think people are necessarily sick of skateboarding games. I just don't think they want a Tony Hawk game. I think everyone wants a Skate 4. And
Yeah.
I think there's enough room, especially with the new kind of release of the now-gen consoles. I think there's room for them both to come back into the arena and kind of battle it out to see which one will be more popular or which one can do it better. I know they're slightly different skateboarding games.
Yeah, because one's more
arcade, and one's
arcade,
more of a
realistic, I guess you would call it. Like, me personally, I prefer Skate over Tony Hawk.
Oh, really? See,
Yeah.
I'm on the other side. I prefer Tony Hawk.
Because I skated a lot when I was younger, so I guess it's more of a simulation type of thing. I just like the way it feels better.
I just remember first time seeing the demo of Tony Hawk in an EB Games when I was a kid, and just, what the hell? There was nothing like it.
Yeah, back in the day when Tony Hawk came out, it just changed the face of it. Like, it blew up.
Yeah, it was...
We played the shit out of it so much.
Yeah, I still would, actually, if they brought it out on the next-gen versions.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's a game that I'm definitely excited for, and I really hope that it does well and puts another shot of energy back into the franchise.
That would be good. Would be good, yeah. It'd be pretty cool. I just read something.
Yeah.
Apparently the Dragon Ball Xenoverse, a game I was looking forward to, which I did in last week's podcast. You can check it out in the link below if you're on the YouTubes. Apparently it got delayed by 2 weeks in Europe, Australia, and New Zealand, meaning it comes out in February 27th. That's annoying.
That is annoying.
Because I looked in JB and there's a collector's edition. It's $160 and it comes with a trunk statue. It's like 27 centimeters and I want it. And I don't want to wait 2 more weeks to get it.
Future Trunks?
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he's got his sword and he's like doing the power up
I was about to say that is...
Yeah. I want that. But yeah, no, I just read that and that's a bit annoying, I guess.
That is kind of annoying, but did they say why it's getting pushed back?
To ensure the highest possible gameplay experience to our fans.
That's
in other countries, but America gets it the same time.
Oh, right. So I guess it's more just of a localizing kind of issue.
Probably. I don't know. Maybe it's got something to do with holidays and shit like that.
Yeah, and depending on what the... Yeah.
Because it's obviously not to ensure the possible best gameplay experience, because the gameplay is already done.
Yeah,
Americans still getting it.
I was about to say, it's going to be a little worrying if they're still kind of putting the game together and have to push it back.
But yeah, it's coming out in America. This is the normal time. That's not getting pushed back. So
see, we're getting screwed.
Yeah, we're getting screwed. Actually, everyone's getting screwed except for America, Europe, Australia, and New Zealand.
Yeah, at least we have some brethren with us in this one. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that hope that's just a server kind of a thing.
Probably.
Obviously, like we just said, it can't be anything actually gameplay related.
Apparently it is being delayed in America as well, according to the comments.
Good. If we're going down, we're taking everybody with us.
Yeah, fuck you guys. We get shafted, you all get shafted.
Yeah, right in shaft. Speaking of shafting.
Ooh.
No, that's not a good segue at all.
Now I'm sad.
What do you think of... Did you hear about Sony bringing back the Walkman?
Yeah, it's like $2,000 or something like that.
Well, I didn't know that, but the design of it looks terrible.
It looks horrible, but it looks amazing at the same time. But it's like an MP3. It's not really a Walkman, I don't think.
Yeah, you're obviously not going to be putting cassette tape.
You should. They should bring back cassette tape.
They should bring back like a digital cassette tape.
Yeah. That doesn't make sense.
No. But it made you think.
Just a USB.
For a second, you thought, yes, that's a good idea. No.
No. They could just make USBs that look like cassette tapes.
Or we could just use our iPhones.
I don't have an iPhone. I've got a Windows phone because I'm technologically advanced.
That can still store MP3s, right?
Yeah, I've got Fallout Boy on mine. That's about it. I had Game of Thrones.
Sorry to tell you, Sony, we've kind of evolved past the need for a dedicated music device.
I think it's more just one of those... I don't think it's supposed to be commercially successful. It's just one of those...
things that's just
for rich
supposed
people,
to exist.
Yeah, they're like, oh, we'll just make it. Why not? Make it $2,000 so no normal person will go and buy it. Fucking idiots.
Sony. the sound of the everyman.
Yeah. $2,000 for a Walkman, which isn't actually a Walkman, it's just an MP3 player.
I could buy 2 iPhones for that.
You could.
2, like, I don't think you'd get the 128 gig ones for that, but you'd get 2 64s.
Probably.
And that'd be enough.
My phone cost me $100.
Fucking bargain.
Yeah. It's 8 gigs on
You
it.
could buy so many. No, you couldn't buy any. Yeah, I do not see the point in it. I wonder how long it'll last.
There's probably just a limited amount.
Do you think people will be rocking the Walkman while still having their either like Android or iPhone in their pocket?
Yeah. There's hipsters out there, dude. Who've got too much money to spend. I've seen people with Discmans, like hipsters with Discman, and then they pull out their iPhones and...
To be fair.
No, to be fair, Discmans suck.
No, that's just been a
They
dick.
skip.
Yeah.
And it's annoying.
I remember taking my Discman to school. I had these like long ass jeans in the back pockets. You could fit the Discman plus like.
I remember those
CDs
jeans.
as
I was
well.
there when you got them. They had the green stripe down the side of them.
The good old rusty skater surfer jeans.
I got them when the hand-me-downs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we also got the very popular 3/4 length jean pants.
Oh, man,
Yeah.
you were styling. I had a visor. I had an Echo visor.
Yeah.
Man, my hair just stick out like a little tuffle at the top.
Napalm rocking his puffy FUBU jacket.
Ah.
No, vest jacket.
Good
so
times.
He didn't even have sleeves. Too cool for sleeves.
Yeah, no one has time for sleeves.
It's unnecessary.
Sleeves are for dweebs.
They are. You can write that down. That's going to be a t-shirt.
Should get a tattoo of it.
Uh,
On my sleeves.
A picture of the shirt with that written on it.
Yeah.
That'll go down well. Kind of don't know what else to bring up. You can pick.
All right.
Well, no. Let's talk about PSN. Speaking of Sony,
Okay.
PSN down again for a few hours, and then staggered to get back up.
Did you go on to see if it was true?
Yes, I did.
It was down?
I actually went to a website where I was looking for Destiny specifically,
Oh, yeah.
but I did check it out.
All right. Was that just maintenance, though? Was it an attack, or was it maintenance?
I don't know what I don't necessarily think it was an attack. It was just down, which is probably even worse. Like,
Yeah.
if you want it to be down, there should be a good friggin' reason for it.
Usually PlayStation goes down once a week for maintenance for a couple of hours, and it's usually around our time frame when it is down.
I don't think that it was though, because they're
Alright.
both PlayStation and PlayStation tweeted about it, and then Bungie retweeted it, and it was
Okay.
just like, we're aware that it's happening, and we're trying to fix it.
Get your shit together, Sony.
I don't know how long we've sold more than Xbox is going to last if your whole fucking network can't
Yeah.
even stay up. It kind of makes the whole thing redundant.
For the first year, the console's been out for a year. I guess it's not okay, but it's kind of expected. They've finally got the money now from the PlayStation Plus to make it better. So if it's going to happen, say halfway through this year, and it's still happening at this regular basis, fuck Sony, you fucking idiots. Fix your damn shit.
They should have seen this coming. Towards the end of the 360 and the PS3 was picking up, and I think it was actually beating the Xbox towards the end.
Lifetime sales,
putting a hell of a lot more traffic onto the PSN. Now, obviously, while they were developing the PSN, they've added a little bit more stability or whatever to the PS4 side of it.
Yeah.
And it's a lot bit like they added the party support.
Yep.
They added the extra friends list.
It's like 2,000 now or something like that.
It's up to 2,000. They knew, and not only did they, I guess they didn't really know, but they were pushing to be the better
System.
but did fuck all to try and support their online play better. Like, hands down, Xbox Live infrastructure is
more secure.
Is so supreme compared to it.
I don't find much difference in the actual execution of them. I find, they do the exact same thing.
Yeah,
I guess Xbox Live doesn't crash as much. That's really the only difference, but that is a big difference. That is a big difference.
Yeah, there's no, if you were to just put me down with a generic box and a generic controller, and I was already signed in and was playing a game, I would not be able to tell you if I was playing on PSN or Xbox Live.
No. Unless it crashes.
That
is PlayStation!
Yeah, I know exactly who this is.
I don't know. PlayStation need to get their shit together with it. I don't think they didn't expect PlayStation to sell 18 million consoles in the first year.
I don't think they predicted that, but they were obviously pushing to be the number one console played. That's just comes with the territory.
If it had sold what they probably projected, maybe 8 million, 9 million, it probably would be more stable.
Yeah.
But because now they've got 10 million registered PlayStation Plus people, like that's a lot. It's probably more than they expected, and it just fucked them over the Christmas break. Because again, PlayStation was apparently selling out everywhere around Christmas in Australia and everything.
Do you think that they probably expected them to not be able to handle it, and just thought, "Fuck it, we'll get the users and worry about fixing it later." It's easier to kind of lull everybody over and say, we're working on it once you're already a customer, rather than, hey, come and try our sort of broken service.
Yeah. I don't know. The same thing happened with Xbox though. Like around Christmas, it went down.
Oh yeah, I'm not.
But it's back up. Yeah,
anything like that. I enjoy both services, but it's just annoying when you see post after post about how many consoles they've sold, and not even compared to Xbox, just how many consoles they've sold, and this shit like this still happens.
Yeah, it's getting beyond the joke. If it still happens about halfway through the year, then they really, really need to get their shit together.
Yeah.
Like otherwise, they're gonna lose to Xbox. Xbox is what, 10 million now? 10 million sold, I think it is. So yeah, it's still got that about 8 million gap between them.
Which is nice buffer for your PlayStation.
Yeah, they haven't really been able to catch that up. It's usually been around 7 to 8 million difference.
And I think there's always someone in the comments saying, "Oh, but Microsoft isn't in all of the territories."
Doesn't matter.
Kind of projected how everything's going to go by now.
PlayStation was in all the territories before, but the one place which Xbox does sell better is America, and it only sold better for 1 month, and that was because they did a price drop way below, and now the price is back up to the original. So
there was much discussion over whether it would stay there, but I think the thing is that this year's E3 they'll probably announce a permanent price drop along with some new bundles as well for whatever's supposed to be coming out in between that time or in the holidays.
Probably a Quantum Break.
Yeah,
bundle.
I can see that. What else have they?
Halo. There'll be a Halo bundle for sure. Yeah.
That's why they didn't do it with the Master Chief Collection.
Yeah, because there's going to be a new cool-looking Xbox with Halo in it.
And if the Call of Duty one is anything to go by, it'll be 1 terabyte.
Yep.
And the design of it is going to look pretty damn cool.
It'll be like a blacky bluey kind of color.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the actual little patterns on the Call of Duty one, but overall I like the console, and that's not in Microsoft's house. So if you can imagine the design team for that 343 is going to put on to make the console look really fucking awesome to sell those units.
I think the controller will be look the best. That's what I'm looking forward to most, is the controller for some reason. Like I've got the white Xbox One, I've got the white controller, stuff like that. There's nothing really to it. There's no engravings or anything. It's that essentially they had a bunch of leftover white consoles from the development teams, which they gave out.
More than likely.
And they're like, "Fuck it, we got all this. Just bundle it together."
Or because there was a lot of hype for a white Xbox One when the developers were getting that. And they probably thought that hype was still going to be there by the time they rolled out the Sunset Overdrive package, and it just wasn't.
Yeah, people got it, but it wasn't like, a white one! Yeah. Unlike the Sony 20th anniversary one.
That's ridiculous.
Selling for $20,000 on eBay.
Shit,
it was like $500, selling for $20,000. And it's not just listed on there, it's actually selling. People are buying it for $20,000.
Not just like a whole lot of troll bids.
People have bought it for $20,000.
That is absolute. I get it. I totally get it. But
because there was I think there was 15,000 of them made, and they're actually numbered as well.
Yeah, they do look good. I've got the 20th anniversary theme, and that's pretty cool.
Yeah, and it's, when you sign in, it does the old whoa, whatever the sound of the original PlayStation.
Like all the circle, square, and that flying all over the screen. But cool. To have that on the 20th anniversary console.
Would you sell it if you had it?
No, not at all.
I probably would.
Would you?
If I saw it selling for 20 grand, shit, yeah.
I would have hoped that I got two. If I had two,
Yeah.
I'd sell one for sure. But if I had one, I don't. If I only had one, I probably wouldn't even play that. I'd probably just go out and buy a normal PS4 and just keep that
Yeah.
in its box, locked away in a safe somewhere. And
Sell it for 50 grand.
Tell nobody that I've got it. But yeah, that's pretty ridiculous. But also, with keeping on with PlayStation, the PlayStation Now has got a release date and price.
Yeah.
Which, again, is another thing that we get screwed on. It's only in North America at the moment.
Yeah. Of course.
But yeah, it's actually starting pretty damn soon on the 13th of January.
Yeah.
And it comes with a catalogue of more than 100 PS3 games.
Mm-hmm. Do you have to... Now, originally it was you rent the games for a price and it wasn't a subscription service, I think. But now it's a subscription service. Do you have to pay for the individual games?
I am not sure. I only kind of just skimmed over the article to get like the main points. But yeah, there is... there's two subscriptions you can choose from. One is... 1 month for $19.99, or 3 month package for $44.99, which works out to be about $15 per month. It says that it provides access to a large and diverse catalogue of PS3 games, ranging from action to RPG and everything in between. This is on the PlayStation blog if you want to look it up for yourself. We are... PlayStation Now subscription will have a strong and growing support. From SCE, Worldwide Studios, Warner Brothers, Sega, and many others. Yep.
It's probably Mortal Kombat will be one of the games, the old PlayStation 3 one.
Oh, yeah, Mortal Kombat Trilogy.
Yeah.
With the, where you can put the code in to do all the one-button fatalities and stuff.
Fucking fatalities. I hated trying to do all those fatalities with the up, down, left, right, A, B, square,
yeah, but
blah,
that's
blah,
how
blah.
you knew you were a boss at it.
Yeah, I could never do it. I sucked.
Yeah, I don't think I could hit him.
I think I did like the babalities a lot easier than the fatalities. It was fucking ridiculous. I hated them. So annoying.
But yeah, it doesn't
say?
It doesn't really say.
Yeah. That's what when I read it, I couldn't see it, so I wasn't too sure.
I would assume that you just pay the subscription fee.
And then you can get the games.
Yeah.
It's kind of like PlayStation Plus. When you get PlayStation Plus, you can download the free games, and then as soon as PlayStation Plus expires, you can't access those games that you've downloaded from PlayStation Plus for free.
Really? You can do that on you can do it on Xbox.
Really?
Yeah. Even if your gold runs out, the game that you got, you can still play offline.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, with PlayStation Plus, if it expires and you've downloaded the free game for PlayStation Plus, you can't play it. It's locked out.
What, until you
until you re-subscribe to it.
I'm guessing with this, you just pay the subscription, but I'm sure that they'll put it's just PS3 games now, but they said that they're going to be pushing into PS4 games. So brand new games, you'll probably have to pay another extra $30 or something and get that early.
Maybe
like the EA Vault thing on Xbox.
Oh yeah, heard about that. Yeah,
I haven't really looked into that.
No, it doesn't interest me. Whatever. If I want the game, I'm going to buy the game.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all well and good, but North American service. Like I said to someone else on Facebook, I'll get interested when they start bringing it out here. But then even as we said, our internet structure probably won't be able to handle it anyway, and we'll be spending days downloading the games.
Yep. And fuck that.
Fuck that indeed. Super annoying.
Well, apparently, we won't be seeing Walter White or Jesse Pinkman in the Better Call Saul TV show. Yet.
Yeah, I think that'll be like the closer, like towards the end of whatever season, like their final season.
Yeah.
You'll see you'll hear Saul get a phone call from Walt or whatever about the first time, like he needs his service or whatever.
It'd be cool if you just saw like Jesse walking in the background, and then Walter walking in the background every now and then, a couple of shots, because they live in the same town and whatnot. So
yeah, or just like Walt's car.
Yeah,
Or just little ominous signs like that.
Yeah, or you see the van drive past or something like that before it's actually their van.
Or like there's shots of like Soul out front of the car wash.
Yeah.
Or driving past the car wash.
That'd be cool. Because it doesn't make any sense for them to actually be in the show because they didn't know Soul back then.
Yeah, but I like it when things just play within the universe that they've created.
Yeah.
Continuity. It's
Breaking Bad, go watch it. Really good show.
Yeah, it's so good.
Amazing.
That last episode.
Oh, brilliant.
That feels.
Oh, yeah.
We might have a mutant president in 2016.
What?
Remember our boy that we were talking about last week, Channing Tatum.
Oh, yeah. Gambit.
Now, this has kind of divided people, I guess, which all of these actor choices for superheroes really split the audience right down the middle.
It really does.
I am on the side that as long as he nails the accent, I've got no problems.
Gambit is my favorite Marvel superhero.
I would probably say he's my favorite as well.
Second, Spider-Man.
I don't know who my second would be, but Gambit is definitely in contention for the first one.
I do love the Raging Cajun, and I wasn't originally okay with the casting choice. I would like Sawyer from Lost to be Gambit.
Yeah,
he was originally slated for it.
I remember hearing that.
That would be awesome.
And his body type suits it because he's a little bit more slender, and Channing Tatum just seems like a bit of a tank.
He does, but I was watching a couple of movies with him in it, and he's not as buff as you think.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm actually excited for it.
Yeah, I'm actually excited.
Because I was looking at some pictures of him, and then as long as he's got like the wig where he's got longer hair and stuff like that. Yeah. A little stupid face mask. And then the stupid purple bodysuit thing.
I'm picturing Channing Tatum in that, and that fits in the vision that I've got.
But he's got to have the pink purpley eyes. He's got to have them.
Yeah. Not
just when he uses his powers. He's got to have them all the time. And he's got to have the accent. If he can't do the accent, I'm going to be very pissed. Yeah. It's like the Joker laugh. If someone can't do the Joker laugh who's playing it, fuck them off.
Yep.
It's that. But I'm excited. I am.
I'm excited for it as well. I think it's going to be pretty damn sweet. I was giddy as a little schoolgirl when they had Gambit in the Wolverine movie.
And then you actually watch the Wolverine movie and realise that they kind of fucked Gambit over.
Yeah.
Yep.
But, to know that he's going to get his own movie, and at a time where comic book movies...
reign supreme.
Yeah, they've almost perfected them. So I've got good hopes for this.
Me too. That and the Deadpool movie as well.
Yeah, well,
it better be R-rated.
In Deadpool news, they're killing him off.
Is that in the comics?
Yeah.
No? Okay.
Yeah. They killed Wolverine. Now they're killing Deadpool.
Wonder why they're doing that. See, I haven't read much Marvel comics in a while, to be honest.
I'm more of a DC fan when it comes to that.
It's just. But, I actually read the Ultimate Spider-Man.
Oh, did you?
I illegally acquired them and read the whole continuity, all the way up to the Miles Morales, the new half black, half Hispanic Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Really good. He's a really good Spider-Man, the new Miles Morales.
Yeah, I see. I don't know why people get all pissed off.
Because they're fucking idiots. But he's his own different. He's got different powers as Spider-Man.
Oh, nice.
Like he can camouflage himself. Like he can turn invisible. Like some spiders apparently.
Yeah.
And then he's got like a little venom thingy, like a paralyzing thing in his fingers, which he can paralyze.
Like a ninja strike
little stun thing.
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, no, he's a good Spider-Man. He quit as well for a whole year. Like something bad happened. He's like, nah. Oh, his dad died. Yeah. He's like, nah, can't do this. So he just quit being Spider-Man because he was Spider-Man for like a couple of months. And he's like, fuck this. And then he quit for a whole year, and then he came back.
Holy shit.
Yeah, it was really cool.
It is pretty cool.
I hope they put him in the new movie. So that's why I'd like Donald Glover, the guy to play him. Because there was rumours that he was going to be Spider-Man at one point.
Oh,
and people were like, he's black, he can't be Spider-Man. I was like, well, put him as Miles Morales Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Done. Great. It'd be awesome. He's amazing.
Childish Gambino.
Yeah.
Again, he's kind of nerdy, as well, so it's not...
That always confused me with what was he?
Childish Gambino.
Yeah, I was like, that looks like Donald Glover. I didn't know if I was being racist or not.
Donald Glover's doppelganger.
Yeah. So yeah, but I'm glad it's him, and I wasn't being racist and thinking all black people look alike.
Oh god.
Oh, man. Racism.
It's
hilarious.
Okay, well I've got I'm like big into Destiny, and there's been a lot of Destiny news floating around at the moment. I would say that Destiny was definitely my most played game last year, and
Probably
it's
this year
probably
too.
my favorite. Yeah, so far it's my favorite. It's my most played this year as well. I got Call of Duty, and that's really saying something because I was right into Call of Duty, but this is just Destiny is just completely taken over. And there's been a bit of a backlash for the Christmas gifts that Destiny was kind enough to give to everybody.
What did they give you?
They were supposed to come out over the Christmas holiday, but because of the downage,
Yep.
no one wanted to have to deal with that. So they gave it to us in the new year, and at first they sent out a picture of the Cryptarch holding a wrapped engram, and the paper of it was purple, but there was a little rip at the bottom, and it was like a green one showing through to kind of play on the whole Cryptarch screws you over thing.
But
I
don't know what that is.
He's the dude that gives you the cool stuff from all the little gems.
Okay.
So yeah, and then they decided that as a little thank you for everybody, a Christmas stocking stuffer, they were going to give everybody something, and they announced that it was going to be a legendary. And no, I don't think they did announce that it was going to be a legendary, but
Everyone assumed it was.
yeah, well, at least a legendary. People were hoping for two of the big rumors were going around that one would be a ghost skin, a ghost shell, and one of them would be a new Sparrow. But they gave us a new Sparrow to everybody that had the season pass, and it can do tricks and all that kind of stuff. It's all right, but it looks tacky as hell, so I don't use it. So they ended up giving everybody they gave everybody a gift, but they only gave it to, if you have multiple characters, you'll only get it for one character. Which,
okay. Yeah, fair enough. Whatever.
Fair enough.
Whatever.
It turns out that it was a legendary gun, and for most people that have been playing from the beginning, it's completely worthless.
Okay.
Just break it down straight away for the energy, and
so it's good for noobs, bad for people who've played from the beginning.
Which the ratio to noobs to old players is pretty small. So a lot of people were pissed off about that. I went and checked. I got a fusion rifle that I already had, but it was in solar, and the one that I already had was in void. But I've got the Murmur and another gun, so I just dismantled it straight away. I was like, it would have been nice to have something else like the ghost skin, the ghost shell, or the Sparrow, but ultimately it's not a big deal. I appreciate the offer.
And for those of you who don't play Destiny, all that meant gibberish.
Yeah, I'll let you know when you can tune back in.
Murmurs and sparrows. Sounds like birds.
Sparrows are your little bike that you fly around on.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Like a speeder.
So people were pissed off about that. There also, during the week, there's been a leaked picture of planned future DLC.
Yeah. DLC is always a great topic.
Yeah, it was a photo that was apparently taken in like a board meeting.
Okay. What are you doing, Jimmy? I'm not doing anything. Nothing. Was that a photo? No.
It also reveals, because The Dark Below came out on December 9th. It's added the new Crota raid. It's really fun. We'll get into a bit more of that in a second. But it's also got the next DLC listed for March the 10th, the House of Wolves. Then there is another update supposed to be coming. There's nothing until September, where there's a thing called Comet Plague of Darkness, and that is supposed to be adding. It's supposed to be adding 12 new missions, story missions, which is quite a lot.
Yeah, that is quite a lot. Considering the original story mission, there's like 15 of them for the main game.
Yeah, and the Crota's End DLC only added 3.
Oh.
Yeah. There is going to be apparently 4 new strikes, which are like the main boss battle on each planet. and the Crota one only added one. There's going to be new public events, new patrols, a new raid as well, and 6 new PvP maps. Now, also on the bottom of the picture, there is what's the infamous subclasses. There's apparently going to be adding 3 of them, which everyone suspected might have been added in the Crota DLC, but alas, it didn't happen. And there's something called New Player Guild, and that has a question mark next to it.
New Player Guild question mark.
Yeah, so I don't know if that's a new thing, like if they'll be adding like a new faction, like the New Monarchy or the Dead Orbit or something like that, or if you're going to be. Well, that's actually the only thing I suspect it could be. I don't know what else it could be, or how else something could. I don't know, because you can only have 3 in a fire team, so I don't know if they're going to expand that, or you can have like 3 groups of 3 or something. I don't know, but it's going to be interesting. And the base level for it is going to be level 30. And then they also have 2 other DLCs listed, but they're to be advertised, and there's not really much on them except for the names Vex Void and Forge of Gods. So, yeah, I don't know how true they're all going to be. Obviously, these things can be mocked up.
Yep.
But I think Bungie are definitely the kind of people that would kind of float something out there to see how it is.
Yeah, throw the old line out, see if something bites.
Yeah, just to see where they can go and what they need to tighten up with what they've already got in mind. Yeah, they're a crafty bunch. I think some of the exploits that they have in the game are there deliberately. Some of them, obviously not, and we've just stumbled across some.
Yeah.
Which brings me on to the next thing. They are finally releasing the fix for the Crota's End raid. Now,
can't you pull an Ethernet cable out or something like that?
You can pretty much cheese the whole raid. There's the beginning part where you have to. It's completely black and there's lamps. As soon as you leave this circle, you get the weight of darkness on you, which means you can't double jump, and you run. It like slowly ticks up, and you get slower and slower as you go until you get near a lamp, and it cleanses you,
okay.
and you can run on. There's a part in there. It's actually a really easy stage to get past anyway. However, there is a thing at the 3rd lamp in. You can run around. You trigger it, and you can run around a rock, and the lamp explodes, shooting you up into the air, and you like land on the next section, because the layout of it is it goes like around and up, and but it's completely like from where you start, you can see the end, but because it's all pitch black and there's holes everywhere, it's hard to navigate.
Yeah.
So you can cheese that part. Once the person's up the top, you can then just kill the ogres, trigger the bridge, and just run across into the next part. Once you're in the next part, there used to be a way where you had to trigger the sword bearer. This means nothing to you, but people that listen, people that like Destiny will know what I'm talking about.
But I'm intrigued.
You can trigger a sword bearer, and you have to kill him, take the sword, and trigger another bridge to go across, and then kill this other dude on the other side. You don't have to do that. You kill yourself.
Okay.
You trigger him, you kill yourself, all the other enemies get wiped except for the sword bearer. Everyone comes back. A warlock revives himself using radiance, comes back, revives everybody else. You completely leave the sword bearer alone, hop up on pillars, snipe all the things across the other side. Once the 2 ogres are dead, it triggers as if you finished it, and the bridge just forms automatically, and then you can just run across.
So it makes it a lot easier.
Yeah. Now they're fixing that part, but my crew know another way. Instead of killing yourself, we know another way to do it.
Ooh, are you going to say this other way, or is it a trade secret?
If it works, I'll let everybody know. If it doesn't, then we're all out. We're all shit out. And then there's another part where after you run through this other little gauntlet part, you come down to what's known as the Death Singer part. And there was no point in doing that because after you kill her, she doesn't give you a drop.
Okay.
You get nothing for it.
So you get no loot.
So people were going on to sites, hitting up people that had after that is the final part. So people were going on to sites, asking the people if they had that final checkpoint and just skipping it completely. Now and then with the final boss, Crota, there's 2 glitches. One of them is you start in this room. and you have the weight of Crota on you again, where you can double jump, but you don't re-heal. You have to have a chalice.
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah, you have to be holding this thing called a chalice, and that'll re-heal you, and then you have to keep passing it between all your people. You don't need to do that. You can kill everything except for a knight on one side, die. Warlock brings himself back, kills that, revives everybody else, and then everyone's back alive without the presence of Crota.
Okay.
Next part is everyone goes outside, puts hits on Crota, makes him kneel down so he's vulnerable, and then when he kneels, you can either pull your Ethernet cord out of your PlayStation or Xbox if you use an Ethernet cord, or just go to your network settings and hit disconnect.
Does everyone have to do it, or only one person?
No, it has to be the fire team leader.
Okay.
So, because when he departs, it makes somebody else the leader.
The leader,
So
yeah.
it kind of throws everything out of whack, and he stays kneeling, and then everything freezes for a second, and then goes back to normal. You just kill the sword bearer. Someone runs, gets the sword, and you can finish him in one sword run. You have to be sprinting while you hit R2. It's a little pro tip. You can get your whacks in a lot faster. But yeah, so they've completely put a cock block on all of those cheats, which is good because I'm actually the only person in my fire team that has beaten him legit. I'm just saying.
Oh, well.
And I was actually the sword bearer when I did it, which is arguably the hardest.
What I want to know is, who the fuck figured all this out?
That's the question I ask every time.
Like, some dude was like, you know what, I think I'm going to run around this rock, see what happens.
See, I don't know if it's people that that kind of work in the industry and oh, okay, well, this is an A and a B point that could cause
such and such,
cause a glitch. Not necessarily I'm going to get shot into the air, or I'm going to make the final boss of the raid stay down forever. I would love to meet the people that do that.
It's ridiculous, some of these glitches that people find out. Like, you got to do this to do this to do that. And you're like, well, how did you do that to begin with? Were you just bored in the game?
It's a lot more convoluted than actually just doing it legit.
Yeah.
There were ways that you could get around parts in the Vault of Glass, which were beneficial, and I can see why Bungie patched them, because they want you to play a specific way.
Yeah.
This wasn't completely off left field, like turning off your console or whatever. There's just little behavioural glitches. But yeah, this is just completely ridiculous. We finished it. It took us a couple of days to finish it. And then even then, like I said, I was the only one in my team to do it. We were up one late trying to finish it, and people were just getting the shits and just completely demotivated. And so everyone disbanded for the night, and me and another guy on our fire team, we went off and found another group that was doing it and jumped into them. And they made the group that I joined made me the sword bearer, because I was the one that was running the sword to begin with, poorly, I might add. I was barely doing it.
Just run around with a sword. I've got a sword!
It's normally you've got to kill the sword bearer, and as I'm whoever it is running to get the sword and then running up onto the rocks to jump up to hit Crota, the other 5 people are got to be putting hits on Crota to make him kneel, and then that's when you can hit him. So your timing has to be impeccable. And I was playing as a warlock, and his jump is really floaty.
Yep.
So trying to get onto something specific and then onto 2 things specifically and doing it fast is a bit of a challenge. But anyway, I did it. So they won't. They'll be fixing that, and you won't be able to do that anymore. However, I think that there's definitely, when Bungie closes a door, it opens
another
a
one
window.
opens, yeah. Someone will figure out if you go around the second rock, you'll be able to go up or something.
There's a thing where people will manage to spawning 2 sword bearers.
Ooh.
So you could essentially still get it done in half the time. You can patch that as well.
Of course.
Weapons from the Vault of Glass, exotic weapons, will now be at a level 30 level. So they'll actually be 32 levels, sorry. So they'll actually be usable, because all of the guns now go up to 331 damage, whereas the Vault weapons and everything before only went to 300.
Right.
That kind of made it a bit redundant, but now they're not. And then there was also a couple of Crucible updates as well, but no one really gives a shit about that. And then lastly, they also mentioned what the most used weapons are. And I won't go through all of them because there's 10 for each category, but I'll just go through and say that the Vision of Confluence is number 1.
Of course,
For
that
a primary
Vision
weapon.
is a
That's
good
actually
gun.
a weapon that you get from the vault. And it's surprising that it's number 1 because it only goes to level 30, whereas the guns go to 300, whereas they go to 331 now. For special weapons, surprisingly, it's the Murmur. Well, not surprisingly, because you get that gun given to you. So, of course, you're going to use it. And it's
Is that the end game gun?
No, it's a fusion rifle that you get from Eris. It's really good. And for heavy weapons, now this is probably the most surprising. It's the Depot SA5, and this is a blue weapon, not a purple weapon. So it's surprising that people are using this the most, and it's actually beating the Galahorn, which is probably the most powerful weapon in the game. So, pretty interesting. Obviously, you can go to Bungie.
Does it have like a better fire rate or something like that?
I have absolutely no idea. It would do a lot less damage. So I just maybe that's just there's a lot of noobs. This is keeping in mind this is only the top 10 weapons of the last 14 days, but of Guardians that are level 20 plus.
Okay.
So a little bit confusing. So yeah, that is Destiny Corner for at least this week.
Yeah. Bloody Destiny.
I love it.
I got bored of it. Finished the main story, then got bored.
I'm so in love with the game. It's my WoW. Well and truly in the rabbit.
Yeah, all of that was that was probably the nerdiest I've ever heard you talk.
Yeah, I love it. It's great. More Destiny next week.
More Destiny. Destiny! Stupid Destiny.
Not stupid. Not stupid at all. Alright. Also, Microsoft teases new plans for their avatars.
Yeah, I haven't actually read about this. What is this?
Basically, the only thing is that there was a job listing posted on LinkedIn, I think.
Yes.
And asking for here we go. I'll read the thing here. As we cross the threshold to a unified operating system and product experience across Microsoft, it is time for Xbox avatars to also advance to the next level. Come with us as we take Xbox avatars on their biggest adventure yet, with higher fidelity and biggest stage in new Xbox experiences.
Biggest adventure yet.
Yeah,
Jesus
so
Christ.
There's that kind of makes it sound as if there's going to be a game.
Yeah.
Involving avatars.
Probably like on the 3DS, there's with your Mii, there's like an adventure game where you have to get straight past Miis and you fight to the end to try and save the king, which is one of your Miis or some shit like that. You have to, yeah. So I'd probably be like that. That's all right.
Now, I guess, and that also sort of hints at that they'll be getting, obviously, an upgrade because you can only use your avatar as like a picture.
Yeah.
On the Xbox One. You don't see it in like 3D.
My avatar comes up on my phone.
Yeah, you got a Windows phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, well, we're going to be getting it up, which is good because I like my everyone's choosing the preloaded gamer pictures, and that's confusing as fuck. There's so many people have the same picture. How am I supposed to know that it's actually you?
I've got my avatar picture as mine.
Yeah, and I appreciate that because I can actually tell that it's you straight away. I don't have to try and decipher through a bunch of people that have got the same damn picture.
Because I think I've got Deathstroke armor as mine. So it's not even my face, it's just Deathstroke. Which a lot of people have. Nathan's got Deathstroke as his.
Yeah, but I think they're in slightly different poses.
Yeah.
So I can still tell who it is. But yeah, I'm glad that the Xbox avatars are coming back. I like little personalization things. I have spent money on my avatar just buying little hats and stupid shit like that. Not
That's
a major investment.
I wish PlayStation had a better avatar system because it's essentially just got pictures.
Yeah. I think when the Mii, obviously, on the Nintendo is really good.
That started it. The Mii started it.
Yeah. Oh, no.
Was it before Xbox?
I think Xbox still had their avatars first.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I guess I'm stupid.
Yeah, I guess you are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anything that makes it feel like your own special little thing, I'm all for. And bring back the Avatar store. I want to buy new shit for my little fella.
Don't they have the Avatar store on Xbox One?
No. Avatar is completely like, you can only use him to take a picture for your profile picture, and that's basically it.
So you can't.
If you want to edit him or her in any way, you can do it from the website or on a 360.
Really?
Yeah.
I did not know that. That's fuck. That's stupid. What the hell, Xbox?
I know, right?
PlayStation's better now.
PlayStation win console war.
Yeah, who wins? Can't change Xbox avatar. Fuck Xbox.
So yeah, that's what's happening with Microsoft.
Any other big news happened this week?
New Bourne movie, and Matt Damon's coming back.
Did you watch the
No.
one with Jeremy Renner?
I've not watched a single Bourne movie.
You've never seen
period.
Bourne?
Period.
I have seen them all. I don't remember them all except for the new one. New one was alright. It's still set in the same one. Like, it's not Jeremy Renner playing Matt Damon's character.
Yeah,
it's a different...
But it's...
Yeah.
the
And they
same.
mentioned Matt
It's
Damon's
canon,
character.
I guess,
Yeah.
as far as Bourne could go.
I guess. I don't know. But that's cool. I enjoy him. Matt Damon's cool. We said that last week. Matt
Yes,
Damon.
Matt Damon is
good.
very cool. I'm
Enjoy
a fan of Dame.
That's all I'm going to call him, is the Dame.
The Dame. But yeah, so that's a thing.
Yeah.
COD Championships is back and has been announced for March, I think it is. Hang on, let me just look that up. Big $1 million tournament.
Ooh, that'd be good.
Yeah, it's always... Last year there was an Australian team, 2 Australian teams in it that made it all the way through.
Did they win?
They didn't win the million, but they got really fucking close, like
Ooh.
top 10.
Go Australia!
Yeah, it was. I was watching it, and the guys did really well, considering it was like first major championship.
Now, do Koreans win that video game championship or Americans?
That's racist.
They do. They always win the Dota and
To be fair, they're the only ones in the Dota competition.
Yeah. That's racist.
No, there's actually, as far as I know, no actual Korean teams. I think it's just America. There's different Last year they had different qualification rounds. You had, like, Australian people had to go to Sydney to, like, play in a competition to see who would progress to get actually into the major one.
All right.
So I assume that they'll be doing that again. I hope so, because it's good. Like, even though some of the teams from other countries are young in terms of it being an actual group, that's the only way you're going to get experience and to be able to step yourself up.
We don't have a very big tournament scene in Australia when it comes to video games. Like, there is one, but it's not anywhere near American level or anything. Like, you can't just go down to your local thing and have a tournament. Like,
and there's not like MLG events on every 2 months or whatever that you can just go to. There are tournaments, obviously, but they're few and far between.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going to be pretty amazing to watch. I always like watching these. There's going to be a Halo Championship Series as well for when Halo 5 comes back. I don't know if it's going to be Call of Duty and Halo back in the MLG scene. I hope that it is, because the more console competitions there are, the better. I think that, especially with the Koreans dominating Dota and stuff like that, I don't think you're going to get a shine in edgewise.
Nope.
But obviously there's the Smash Bros. And Street Fighter competitions. But I like them more. Well, that's probably because I'm right into first-person shooter games. But I just like watching them. There's obviously a lot of things you can pick up from them, and they're just super entertaining.
Yeah.
It gives people a new avenue to go down. Like, video games is easily the fastest-growing entertainment industry.
Oh yeah, it's the number one entertainment, like, grossing thing ever.
Yeah.
So.
I was watching the Game Over Greggy podcast thing, and they had a guy on there, and he brought up a really good point. Is if anyone tries to argue that, you just say, well, how many movies made $1 billion in a day and a half?
No.
We had 3 games that have done that. So,
that's cool.
Shut your faces.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is going down on March 27th, and will play through to March 29. It's not that far away, which is exciting. It's a lot of teams better fall into their groove and fall into their groove fast with this new Advanced Warfare, because it's completely different to most Call of Duties with the movement system, and a lot of complaints with the different perks, being able to go invisible and stuff.
I'd never really used them.
I don't really use them either. I've actually get rid of them and choose like more attachments or something like that.
Yeah.
I barely even use grenades.
Same.
They're another thing that I just get rid of. So I pretty much run very bare bones when it comes to that. But yeah, so look out for that. March 27th, March 29th. Obviously, I'll mention it more as it
gets closer.
To it, but yeah.
Yeah, if you're into that kind of stuff, watch that. I've never really watched one of the tournaments before. I don't know.
It is quite a test of it.
Yeah.
You got to kind of be dedicated. It's quite a long event on like 4 different channels. And last year, it was on Twitch. I don't think it was on MLG, and all of the MLG people have actually moved over to there and streaming on that now rather than Twitch. So there is that.
Oh, Sony's delayed the PlayStation 4 in China being released.
I wasn't even aware that it wasn't out in China.
Because China lifted their ban on video game consoles.
And Microsoft got in there fast.
I think they did, yeah. I don't know if
it didn't do well.
No, it hasn't done well at all. But Sony, it was supposed to be released on the 11th of January, but they have delayed it. I'm not too sure how long, but apparently logistics and stuff like that. They said we just need to delay it. I don't know, it probably won't sell that much. Apparently the pre-orders of it are really high in China, compared to what Xbox was. So I don't know. That's interesting. China, but they can't have like violent games or anything like that.
Yeah, I wonder what their catalog is going to consist of.
The Wii U will probably sell the best in there because it's got more of a kid-friendly games and stuff like that.
I'll laugh if they went retroactive with it and brought out the Wii and then brought out the Wii U.
Yeah, just sell a shit ton more Wii's.
Yeah, I think probably the Wii would sell more than the Wii U in China if they were brought out. They're like big on like the exercise kind of a thing, you know, like that. That is more of a disciplined video game rather than just sitting there with a controller in your hand, not moving or doing anything. But yeah, it's interesting to see the first week sales compared to what Microsoft had. I predict that they're probably going to do a lot better. Yeah. The PlayStation just seems more of a Eastern kind of a console. Yeah. It always really has been, I guess. Yeah.
Alright, anything else happening around in Newsland?
We've got Daredevil, we had... Well, what have you been watching or playing this week?
Alright, what I've been watching and playing. Been playing Pokemon still. Been playing the shit out of Pokemon. Love it. I'm thinking about starting over and doing a Nuzlocke challenge.
Okay, I have no idea what that is.
Nuzlocke it started as a comic. Like some dude made a comic. The rules are you have to catch the first Pokemon in whatever area you go into. Yeah. Like that's the only Pokemon you can catch, the first one which appears. And if you kill it, you can't catch any more in that area. And if your Pokemon faints, you have to release it. Okay. So the guy made a comic of it, and essentially like when the Pokemon faints, it dies, and he made a cool little comic of it. It's pretty fun. If you just type in Nuzlocke comic, it comes up. But yeah, so I'm thinking about doing that. Yeah, it could be. Because it makes you use Pokemon which you normally wouldn't use.
Yeah, and even though they're new Pokemon games each time, obviously there's still the same kind of method to it. Yeah. And I like that. I like little meta games.
So I'm thinking about doing that. There's other ones where if you can't use certain items to heal them. Yeah. You can't catch legendaries, apparently. You have to kill the legendaries. You can't catch them and use them. Which I never really like using legendaries. See, I'm not one of those ones who has the game and plays online to verse people.
Yeah, I don't do that either.
I catch Pokemon that I like. I don't care if they're shitter Pokemon. I like them. I use them. Yeah. Because I just played mainly the main story or verse my brother or something like that. That's all. Yeah. But yeah, I've been playing that, and I've been watching shit ton of Grey's Anatomy.
Yeah. I can't believe that show's still going.
Yeah. That's good, man. McSteamy. He's better than Dreamy.
We had this discussion the other day. Put it out there to the listeners. McSteamy or McDreamy? There's only one right answer.
It is. And it's McSteamy.
It is McSteamy.
He's so gorgeous.
We spoiled it for you. So, if you wrote down McDreamy,
you're wrong.
1 second to change it.
Yeah, I've been watching that. I did see Into the Woods last night.
Alright, I'm going to tell the folks at home about that.
Into the Woods. It was okay. It's a musical, full-on musical. I didn't think it was going to be.
Okay. If I have it right, the picture kind of looks dark. Like, yeah.
It's essentially Meryl Streep's in it. She plays a witch. It's best way to describe it is Expendables in fairy tale land. It's got Cinderella, it's got Rapunzel, it's got Jack and the Beanstalk, Red Riding Hood.
They become like a big super team, do they?
Not really, but it's just all those in one. They live in the same village, and it's kind of like their stories intertwined into one. I didn't think it was going to be a musical. If you're not into musicals, don't go watch it. Don't. The first song goes 15 minutes, and it's essentially just about going into the woods.
Shit. Yeah, that's a musical.
Johnny Depp's in it. He's in it for, like, literally probably 5 minutes of screen time. He plays the big bad wolf.
Ooh, okay. I was about to ask, is it a significant role? So, yeah, that's probably a big one.
Not really.
No?
Nah. Hey, spoilers, big bad wolf dies. He gets his belly cut open after he... Fuck this, I'm spoiling this movie.
Go for it. Go hard.
Alright. So far, it's got, 6.9 on IMDb, 72 on Rotten Tomatoes. The cast includes Meryl Streep as... Who she plays? She plays the witch girl who...
Well, like the evil witch, or...?
She's the one who has the beans for Jack's beanstalk. And then she also
is... turns up in all of the...
Yeah, she's also the one who...
set things in motion.
Yeah, she's the one who puts Rapunzel in the tower.
Yeah.
And it's got Anna Kendrick in it. She is, the Pitch Perfect girl who does a cup song. The main girl in Pitch Perfect. That's her. Once you see her, you'll know who she is. But she plays Cinderella. Okay. And her story is a little different. She doesn't have a fairy godmother. Her mum died, and so her mum, who lives in a tree, gave her a dress. And she doesn't have to go back at midnight, but she does anyway. And the ball lasts for 3 days. It's weird.
Total rage.
Some little kid called Daniel Huttlestone plays Jack. He was pretty good in it.
Was he?
Yeah, good little voice. James Cauldron, he's in Doctor Who apparently. Okay. This is what Avril told me, my girlfriend. He plays the baker. And he's probably the main character. He's got the best voice in it too. Really? He's good, yeah. Emily Blunt. She plays a baker's wife. And essentially their story is they can't have a baby.
Yeah.
So, because the witch, who plays by Meryl Streep, put a curse on them because the baker's dad stole her magic beans.
Oh, okay, right.
And the whole story kind of revolves around them trying to lift the curse. They need to get a red hood, a golden slipper, a white cow from Jack, and hair that looks like corn. Goldilocks, Rapunzel's hair, sorry. There's Meryl Streep plays the witch. Johnny Depp plays the wolf. Chris Pine.
Oh.
He plays the prince, Prince Charming.
Of course he does.
Who is Anna Kendrick's one. And there's also another prince for Rapunzel. I'm not too sure who that guy is. But they're brothers in the story.
Yeah.
And they have the best song ever. I can't remember it, but it was just funny. They're like singing about who's had it worse off because they can't marry their girl who they just met, because Rapunzel lives in a tower and she can't walk out a door, so he can't see her.
Is the movie very aware of itself?
Yes, it is. I don't know. It feels like a stage play. When I was watching it, I was like, this would work as a proper Broadway musical. Better. And it actually is a musical. They based it from a musical. It's like, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So I'd probably prefer it if it was a musical.
Yeah.
Go and watch it. I don't know. You have the giant comes down, and that's like the big bad guy at the end, and then they all kind of team up. Like the Baker, Red Riding Hood, Cinderella, and Jack team up to kill the giant. But it's all right, I guess.
Fair enough.
If you don't like musicals, don't go watch it. If you do, I don't know. Sure, why not? I'd give it a 6 out of 10.
It's not too bad.
Not too bad.
I'd see 6 movies.
Yeah, if there's nothing else on and you want to pay to go see it, sure. But I reckon download it when it comes out. Songs are forgettable, really. Johnny Depp's in it for 5 minutes, and he plays essentially the Mad Hatter. It actually, alright, this is something. It seems rapey to me. Pedophilia and rapey.
The Mad Hatter?
The wolf.
Oh, the wolf.
Yeah. If that wasn't the big bad wolf,
yeah,
and it wasn't Little Red Riding Hood, and it was just a man singing to a little girl, it is so fucking rapey.
Well, singing to a little girl, probably not the best way to go to begin with.
Yeah, he says something about, oh, look, she's got no lumps, her skin's so white and perfect, I just want to eat her. And I'm just like, whoa, Johnny Depp, slow down, buddy.
Slow down there, Deppster.
Like, when I was watching that, I was listening to it, and I'm like, ugh, I felt uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Like, people are going on about Shia LaBeouf in that...
Yeah, in
that
Sia music video.
Yeah, with that 14-year-old girl.
I only saw like a screenshot of that, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Actually, that's not too bad. I watched it. I hate all that pretentious art crap.
Yeah.
But I watched it, and I'm like, I know what they're trying to do. And
Yeah.
Fucking this, million times more worse than that. That's Johnny Depp singing to a Little Red Riding Hood. If it was taken out of context, fuck that. Like, if I was to play that song and you didn't know what it was, you'd be fucking freaked out. It'd be like a serial killer pedophile trying to hunt down this little girl.
Listed on some sort of
Yeah.
watch site.
Who would? So, Shia LaBeouf, you get a pass. Johnny Depp, he's the one who should get a lot of flack for singing to Red Riding Hood.
Shia LaBeouf.
That was great.
I love that song.
That was so good. And he claps at the end of the video
Yeah.
clip. It was so good. Yeah, watch that. What about you? What have you been watching, reading,
Well,
playing?
probably the movie. I was going to watch Birdman last night, but I think I might save that for either tonight or tomorrow and do a sort of review on that next week.
Yep.
But Dude Eggs got me to watch Tusk finally. By
Oh, I want to
Kevin
watch
Smith.
that.
It is equal parts good and fucked up.
Yep.
It is so fucked up.
Have you seen Human Centipede?
I haven't, but
I
I
assume
know
it's a
that it's
similar,
basically
yeah.
the similar kind of thing. The movie kind of just started from Kevin Smith and Scott Mosher just shit talking on a podcast.
Yeah, I actually listened to that podcast.
And it actually, at the end of the movie, it has an exit from the podcast, and it has them talking about it and stuff.
Yeah.
And it's spoiler alert. It's about a dude that gets. Well, if you've seen Human Centipede, you basically know what the plot of the story is.
Don't watch Human Centipede, it's fucked up.
Yeah, I'm not gonna.
It's bad.
A guy gets kidnapped by an old like loner guy, and for whatever reason, I won't actually spoil. But he turns him into a walrus, Human Centipede style, like a patchwork of human organs and skin and stuff.
I saw that photo you put on Twitter. Is that what he actually looks like?
That's what he looks like.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it's not like okay. So that is freaky as fuck. But then there's the whole what happens in the movie and the setup for it.
Yeah.
It has a double scoop of psychologically fucked.
Yeah.
And especially the ending. It's you put yourself in the position. I know obviously it's not an everyday scenario, but if you put yourself in that wild situation, it's completely fucked.
Yeah.
But a good movie. I
It
really
is good?
enjoyed it. It's kind of like a horror movie, but it's funny as well. It has Johnny and
Justin Long's in it, isn't
Justin
it?
Long
Yeah.
is the main dude. Yeah, he's the one that gets turned into the.
I like him.
I like him too, and you don't like him in this.
Really?
Well,
He's a journalist, isn't he, or something?
He's a podcaster. Him
okay.
and Haley Joel Osment have a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
And
Is it Haley Joel Osment?
yeah, it's him.
Actually, like playing Haley Joel
Oh
Osment?
no. It's he playing. They're like two friends.
Yeah. He got fat.
He did get fat, but he's still got that baby
I know.
face. And
He
it's
still looks the
so
same, but he
weird.
just kind of grew out.
Yeah, he's like you can instantly tell that it's him. But it just looks like he's in a fat suit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he was still really good in it. But yeah, he's Justin Long and Haley Joel Osment's in it, and Johnny Depp is also in it.
Really?
Dude Eggs didn't realize it was him because he plays like this French Canadian dude who's like was an ex-detective, and now he's trying to find the person that's turning
People into walruses?
As you do. I believe it's walrus-eye.
My mistake.
So yeah, Johnny Depp's really funny in it. It has Johnny Depp's daughter and Kevin Smith's daughter in it. They play two clerks at a convenience store, and they're actually going to be the main two in Kevin Smith's next movie called Yoga Hoses.
So they're making their own other universe.
Yeah,
in that. Okay.
But this one, the Yoga Hoses is kind of like you know the Quentin Tarantino road what was you remember the two movies that he did, and they existed together, but they were separate movies, but they were completely just over the top.
Reservoir Dogs and
No. Grindhouse.
Oh, the Grindhouse things.
Yeah, with the chick with the machine gun.
Yeah.
It's kind of going to be like that.
Machete and all that. Yeah.
Yeah. It's kind of going to be like that, whereas it's like supposed to be serious, but then it's just so
over the top,
kitschy, over the top. That it just makes it supposed to be awesome.
Cool.
But yeah, so I watched that, and that is a really super fucked up movie. If you watch that, go and watch another Kevin Smith movie called Red State.
I haven't watched Red State.
It is so good. It's one of my favorite movies.
Really?
And that is another... It's a fucked up movie, but more psychologically fucked up. And
I haven't heard good things about Red State. That's why
that's
a lot of people don't seem to like, or reviewers anyway.
People don't like Kevin Smith.
I know. I enjoy Kevin Smith.
I enjoy Kevin Smith.
He can be a bit pretentious and douchebaggy.
Yes, he can.
But
I was just about to say that he can be sometimes very. He did Doug Benson's Getting Doug with High podcast.
Yeah.
And it was him and Brian Posehn, the dude from News Radio. Just Shoot Me, the male dude, the really slow talking kind of guy. It was them three on there, and like every time, as you do, if you're a guest, you kind of make sure you're asking both. If you're a host, you're making sure you ask both of your guests questions and try and get conversations going. And every time a question would be asked of Brian, or the same question would be like pushed over to him. Kevin Smith would be like, "Oh, why aren't you talking to me?"
Yeah,
I don't know if that's just a stoned on camera kind of a thing.
I watched something. It was like kind of like a bunch of actors being around in circles: Ben Affleck, Jennifer Gardner, Colin Farrell, and him around a table talking, like smoking and stuff like that. And he always has to chime in and talk. Like he can't seem to let anybody else talk. Jennifer Gardner basically just sat there, did nothing. This was, I think, back when like Daredevil was coming out, like just before Daredevil, a little bit after Daredevil. And I watched that and it's like, he can be a bit... I don't know if he's full of himself, but I don't know. I enjoy him, though.
I enjoy him, though, because, and I guess he guys kind of got the right to do that, because he has made some awesome movies from a way outside perspective, like in terms of the Hollywood scene. Yeah,
like he came from nothing. Like he sold his comic books to make Clerks.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I love that. See, I love that he's a big Batman fan. Like he does a Batman on Batman podcast, which I listen to. That's great.
But yes, he could definitely be a bit pretentious. Yeah. But for I think his likability outweighs that.
Yeah, I love that he hates Bruce Willis though. That's great.
Does he?
Yeah. Haven't you heard that story?
No, because I used to listen to the Jay and Silent Bob Get Old.
Yeah.
But then I haven't listened to that in quite a while.
Well, basically, shooting Cop Out. Bruce Willis was a cunt. Like he refused to come out of his trailer. He was just apparently he was just a big dickhead, and it just stressed Kevin Smith out so much, and that he just hates him. Like apparently they were standing on the street, and then some dude was driving past, and it's like, "Oh, Bruce Willis, how are you?" And just being a fan. And then Kevin Smith's like, "Oh, isn't it amazing that some people like that?" And Bruce Willis said, "I hate the yellers," and Kevin Smith's just like, "All right."
Yeah.
Something like that. And so, he hates Bruce Willis now. He refuses to work with him anymore.
Fair enough.
So, yeah, I don't know. Bruce Willis does seem like a bit of a cunt, though.
Yeah, I don't think I'd like to ever be with him.
Nah. I'm afraid he'd punch me.
Yeah.
For the fun of it, really.
So, yeah, what else am I watching? I think that's pretty much it. Nothing's coming to mind.
Yeah.
I don't know, I might... I'm going to go on and watch Birdman later tonight, but yeah, I think that's pretty much it. As far as playing-wise, I'm still, obviously, like I said, playing a shitload of Destiny, hitting them raids every week, and leveling up.
Yep.
Still playing Smash Bros. I recently just got my Wii U back from Dude Eggs, because I left it over there.
So
I'll be going through and unlocking characters for that. What about you? You mentioned you're still playing Pokemon.
Got Pokemon. I've still got to finish Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah. What about Far Cry? Have you finished that?
Fuck no, man. I haven't even touched it. Like, since I still played 4 hours of it, so I haven't touched it. I've still got to... I've only played half an hour of Alien Isolation as well. Still got to play that. I've got a shit ton of games to play. And they're long games, too.
Yeah, that's what I was...
But Pokemon's just taking up a lot of my time, because it's just...
You can play it anywhere.
Yeah. Like, I've been staying at Avril, so girlfriend's place a lot lately, and just instead of taking my PlayStation over, just take my DS and
Yeah.
just play shit out of Pokemon. I've been playing Smash Bros as well, like on hers,
Nice.
on her Wii U.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I should like add her, and then we
Yeah.
can play it online.
That'd be good.
Have some tournaments.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, well, I think that's pretty much about it. We thank you for listening, and like I said, there is new episodes every Monday, and you can find us on the YouTunes, that being YouTube and iTunes. YouTube is everything is we haven't actually got an actual URL for that yet. So you can find everything if you're listening to this on YouTube. You can find everything in the description or the links of interest. And in the information on iTunes.
Look me up on my YouTube page, Dayne182. Subscribe to that if you want.
Yep. And, yeah, please just bear with us. If you're listening to this episode, well, thank you. But every... hang on, how am I trying to say this?
I don't know.
The fastest way you can listen to it is on iTunes. I'm guessing that it'll go up faster than the YouTube video. So
now that we actually know how to.
If you're all about listening to it fast as soon as it comes out, then definitely hit up the iTunes. If you don't have an iPhone or iTunes, then watch us on YouTube, and we will be getting the Android services out there as fast as we can. But like I said, please just bear with us.